Welcome to the AIP channel where anything is possible, where we'll talk about anything and everything your heart's desire. And we're broadcasting on the Troubled Minds Radio Network, KUAP, Digital Broadcasting, Spotify, Apple, and all where you get all your other favorite podcasts. So please enjoy. Welcome to the AIP channel where anything possible. Today, we're going to talk a little UFO stuff. I got my little UFO shirt on here for for Ian Roselle. That shirt is, but Ian Roselle is a car fabricator of incredible ability and some of the stuff he's done. But that's not what the show is about tonight. But it's got a UFO on it, so I figured it'd be a fitting shirt to put on next couple videos and stuff. We might do a little UFO stuff tonight, or today, or whenever you're listening to this wonderful podcast of my mind. Today we're going to talk about the Kingman crash, the 1953. Of course, after the 47 Roswell crash, the government was trying to do a much better job of keeping information out of the public. No news reports, no papers saying that had it happen. I think that actually didn't come out till like 73 about this actually happening. Arizona has had half a dozen UFO retrieval type events over, especially back in the day. This is one of the ones people say that is, one of the most or best verified of, it actually happening. So the crash happened in May 21st. May 21st. I just say that. About 1953. Wow. Before my even parents were even thought of. About 8 miles northeast of Kingman Airport. And say the government sent out about 40 scientists out there to crash site to investigate. The object was described as metallic, about 30 feet wide, 3.5 feet high, and shaped kind of like a oval porthole. Basically kind of like this on my shirt here. If you're watching the video, you can see it. Just a stereotypical UFO shape. Well, it sounds like, though like so many are now, you'll see a lot more of the Tic Tacs and the cylinders and stuff like that. You'll see more and more, but the original OG UFO is the disc shape, of course. Of course, the object was quickly scooped up and it probably was either taken to Area 51, which is a good possibility. They took a lot of stuff like that to Area 51. Now they're finally admitting that Area 51 is real, but a lot of people don't realize that, Area 51 is not the only one. There's many sites of them doing the same things all over the place. There's lots of remote land around this country and lots of areas for people to use. They say it probably was either at Area 51 or Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio. They both could be right. They could have probably started at one and then they shipped it over to the other. It's a good possibility. They were, as the investigation went on, they I think it hit the ground at probably about 1,200 miles an hour. But it wasn't damaged, and for sure not made by man. Um, they had a metallurgist on site, sitting there while he analyzed the craft materials. He said it wasn't constructed on Earth either. They put up a campsite there for military police to keep it safe, keep it from anybody else finding out about it. And of course, they said there was a couple 4-foot tall men and metal suits that were found in the ship. They had died during the crash. The ship wasn't hurt. Hitting the ground at 1,200 miles an hour, probably scrambled everything inside there. I have to. You're watching Dr. Pepper. Come on, sponsor me. I need it. Help me out. Help a brother out. Of course, the public didn't know anything about the Kingsman incident. Like I said, the first time it was come out, I think in '73. I had to look at my notes. I had it around here somewhere, but of course, they kept it covered up his ears. They finally found some witnesses and other personnel that they seen. They said that they had the aliens packed in dry ice and had ancient Sanskrit-like type and all kinds of cool stuff like that. One of them things that did it really happen? What do you think there? They also say, I also was reading, there was says the Atomic Energy Commission unleashed a massive explosions in the spring of '53. So during the same time as the crash, codenamed Upshot Knothole. In the same time period, they say that there was an actual fleet of 8 flying saucers flying around, and they say the witnesses say it looked like a dogfight. So possibility of what happened with that ship that crashed, could be part of that dogfight. They say 3 of the 8 actually hit the ground near Kingman. So that's pretty interesting there for sure. Digging, digging through old newspaper and old records and stuff like that. There's a lot of people. It's amazing what the time and some folks have put into a lot of this information. That we have now. I mean, like if you go through newspaper articles and you got to roll through them old decks and and it's got the little screens and it's not everything's put up on computers, and there's so much information still not uploaded. I mean, it'd take, I don't know how long. I mean, if you think about it, how long it would take. You take every piece of information you have and or every picture you have and upload it on, old pictures that, upload onto the internet. How long would it take? You scan each one and boom, boom, boom. Um, unprofessional as I am here. Um, how many? How many would cover up my phone? How many would How many hours it would take? How many days it would take? Some people picture loves. The taking the pictures or ancient pictures. Like I know when my grandma passed away, and then we started going through old picture albums, and then the pictures albums they had, and my parents got buckets and buckets of pictures. And they'd like to eventually like scan them and stuff like that, man. It's just a long period process. And if you do put multiple pictures on the thing, you want one picture for each thing, so you'd have to, okay, I cropped this part out, or I cropped this part out, and once you scan it, you gotta crop it, and it's just hours and hours of putting stuff where people can see, and it's a lot unless you have an army of people working for you and all that kind of stuff. So that's why you had to go to like these old libraries and go to these places and still do the manual work and dirt work. Lucky for a lot of lucky for me, there's a lot of stuff that where other people's done all the legwork and I personally get the benefit of their hard work, get to check out some of the stuff and compare notes of what other people said, and uh, you know it's not enough time and days to do everything. So very thankful for the people who took the time to look this stuff up. Uh, Another part of somebody else is right around the craft site and stuff like that. So back to my question before, what do you think? Is just another one of those somebody's talking out their head, or is it actual UFO? Which I hate to hear people say UFOs don't exist, because what is a UFO? Unidentified flying object. That's it. If you don't know what it is, I'm looking it up. I'm like, I don't know what that is. So for me personally, at that moment, it is an unidentified flying object. It's a UFO. Everybody has such a negative connotation on it, and there's no point in having that. If you don't know what it is, you don't know what it is. So I hate seeing that the UFO word or whatever. It's just people look frown on. You say UFO, and then they just start looking away, look around. I'm over here looking around my video. Uh, you know, but what do you think? What do you think on this one here? I think it's pretty interesting. Pretty cool. Leave, I'll say leave in the comments and see what you say. I know it's a very long one here. They don't, like I said before, they don't have to be super long. So what do you think? You think it's if you've seen a UFO, leave it, leave it in the comments and below, and tell me what you've seen. I've seen one, and if you want to hear about my story, leave it in the comments too. You want to hear my UFO story? I've seen a UFO. It's pretty interesting. So, but as always, I appreciate y'all. Please listen. We have it on all. We got it on Amazon, Spotify, Apple. We actually are broadcasting on the Trouble Minds Radio Network, KUDP, with all the other amazing people on there. Very wide variety of different topics and state of minds. You can listen to the Trouble Minds shows. You can listen to So many great other shows there, like Saucedo Paranormal. I was sitting there, brain shutting down on me on names, and talking different paranormal. All his paranormal stories are always really good, and just ones I've never heard. So it's always nice to hear. So and there's it's just the tip of the iceberg of some of the shows on there. So please check them out. They even have a Discord you can join and meet a bunch of amazing people. So check that out. Like, share, come back, listen for some more. My goal every Wednesday, we're gonna pop one out, and let's see if we can keep this streak going. We're gonna keep on popping out every Wednesday, and you're gonna see on Spotify and YouTube, you will see a episode of AIP. Anything is possible. So keep on keeping on, and peace and chicken grease, and y'all be good. All right. Thank you.